Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I recorded a little intro yesterday. However, in my newness to compiling these mass amounts of footage, I deleted both clips. And that was my lesson that I should not format hard drives until I've confirmed that everything is where it needs to be. But I transferred most of the footage over, and apparently the only two things that I lost were the two clips where I actually introduced the concept of a vlog into my life. So, this whole vlog is going to be kind of an amalgamation of all different kinds of clips. I have been wanting to start one for a while, and I wanted to do something that was more of an editing challenge for me. And I go through phases of what kind of content that I like, and I went through a phase where I loved to do voiceovers because that was a challenge because it was new. And then I tried to do vlogs more on the TikTok, the short form side, where you film them in bits and pieces throughout your day. But the problem with those is that you can film bits and pieces and clips of you in them, but each day doesn't necessarily have enough content to constitute like a good video. Whereas longer form vlogs like this, where they can be 20 or 30 minutes long, you can kind of film over the course of a week. And if you only need 30 minutes of good footage for the entire week, it's a lot easier to compile quality footage or things that are actually interesting versus trying to vlog each day. You kind of have to have enough, even though you're only going for a couple minutes of footage, you need to have enough things that take place during the day that are interesting. And sometimes I just feel like I can't accomplish that. Maybe that's just because I have a boring life, but sometimes I feel like I have more than enough and then I can't pack it all into one day's worth of video for a short form platform. But I think this will solve a lot of my problems, and they're not even really problems, they're just like little qualms that I've had with trying to do different forms of content in the past. Even though I don't really have any goal for this channel, I think it would just be really fun to have this to look back on someday. And I've thought about that a lot in my random bursts of introspection about how cool it would be if I had a vlog from different points in my life where I could see myself going into college classes and going back to my college apartment and doing different things that I don't have the chance to revisit anymore. So even if this doesn't take off, if it's just my mom, hi mom, and no one else watching it, I think that's totally fine, because this will still be something that I get to treasure one day, like a little time capsule that I can look back on and know exactly what this time of my life was like. So let's take a pause so I can go get gas. Super glamorous, super fun. Not pumping my own gas, it just makes me feel angry at society. So here's what's on the agenda for today. So I'm recording a podcast episode, and it's a more serious episode, and I always struggle with these because I never feel like that's my comfort zone. I feel like I thrive with the more silly, self-deprecating, unserious things. So when there's an episode that I really want to do justice and something that I think could be impactful for other people, then I really struggle because I want to make sure that I do it to the best of my abilities and even do it better than what I think my abilities are. And right now, I don't know, I have a really detailed outline, but the problem is that whenever you're podcasting, I try to keep it natural and not look down at the outline a million times, because then it takes you out of the moment. So I put a lot more thought into it than people probably think, but it does end up usually being me going off the cuff, and that's why I get nervous, because once you start to flow, then Jesus take the wheel at that point. So I don't know, I think it's gonna be a good episode, and it will release tomorrow. I used to be ahead on my podcasting grind and record episodes that would come out the following week or even 2 weeks out, but just because life has been not ceasing, now I'm recording the day before or 2 days before. So it is nice to kind of have a weekly release, because then people are listening to things that are very prevalent in my life that are actually going on. But sometimes I'm like, I could use a little buffer time. Okay, the gas has been got. I'm about to stray out of this perfect lighting, which is kind of a crime, but we got things to do today. Then after I record the podcast, I'm driving across town because I have a meeting, and then after that I'm driving back across town to the east side because I have a photo shoot for a nonprofit event. We're photographing some silent auction items, which should be fun. So it's gonna be kind of a busy day in between this vlogging, which is such a challenge, and podcast recording, and then two work-esque things. I feel like it's gonna kind of drain my social battery, but that's good, because I've had, with the long weekend and just kind of hunkering down for a little bit, I've had some time to really recharge it. So ready to have it drained. And the rest of the week is honestly not too stressful. So that's the game plan for now, is podcasting, meeting, photo shoot, going home, cranking out some editing, because this episode drops at midnight and it's gonna have a lot of stuff in it. So let's go to the studio. That was really annoying. We are in the podcasting studio. I just got here, so everything is pretty much still set up from the last time that I recorded, but I will dock this little camera so you can see the rest of the process play out. Whenever I first get here, usually what I do is rearrange the lighting and the equipment so that it's how I like it to be for my podcast, but as you can see, it's kind of already done. So I'm gonna make some little tweaks, get everything together, take a last minute little potty break, and then we'll record. So let's get the studio set up. Okay, so we have everything set up in here. This is where I will record. This is what I'm typically looking at whenever I'm podcasting. So I've got my laptop, my coffee that I tried to drink this morning because I knew that since I'm doing a more serious episode, I didn't want to be taking like sip breaks the entire time, but I only drank half my coffee whenever I was getting ready, so I have the other half lipstick stained and to go, ready to rock and roll. So usually I'll be looking at the interface here for the audio as well as my notes. So I'll have like a split screen going on, I'll show you, so that I can not get too derailed. Usually I end up doing that anyways, but that's just who I am as a person, and whatever is speaking to me in the moment is probably gonna come out on the episode, so at least you know it's authentic. Let's record. Hello guys, I'm back. I just recorded an episode for an hour and 2 minutes, and you might think that that's exhausting, but it actually is. I don't know how I find it in me to speak for that long. It seems so daunting every single time because I sit down and I'm like, how on earth am I going to speak for that long? And I don't cut unless I really, really have to stop and do something. Then I try my best to not cut and to just continue to speak through everything. And it's a good exercise in me learning not to use a ton of filler words and just continue my sentences, my trains of thought, and staying focused, which is a challenge. It's not that for me constantly. So after a podcast, I kind of have this like high wave of energy where I've been talking for so long, especially if it's an episode that I'm proud of, and this one definitely was. It's very difficult, got a little emotional, but it was a good episode and I am proud of it. So I always have this like wave of excitement and then I have a crash. So right now I'm on the wave of excitement and I'm hoping it lasts me into this meeting. I've got a meeting, it'll be like a 20-minute drive, so I gotta stay high until then, stay social, probably call my mom, and then the meeting will be about an hour. Then I'm going back to that photo shoot that I told you guys about. So, and that should be about an hour too because then I have to be done for an appointment. So that's the game plan for now. Let's drive. Hi, I just got home feeling a little toasty. The first thing that I always feel like I need to do when I get home is just get my hair out of my face. I'm sure I'm not the only person who feels this way, but there's just something about having all of my hair hanging down my face that makes me want to scream. So first order of business is always to get my hair back. My house is actually very chilly. It doesn't feel that way now. It feels like the first ring of hell right now because I just came in from the summer heat, even though it's September and I think that it should be fall. But usually what I do is I come in, I take a calming, centering breath, because usually whenever I come in I'm carrying 18,000 things. I'm annoyed from traffic. I want a snack or a drink of some sort. I probably haven't had enough water today. I have to go to the bathroom. My hair is my face, and I'm ready to change clothes. So first I come in and I take a calming, centering breath. Stand by. Okay, I know you've been watching me film in this exact outfit all day, but here's what I'm wearing. My phone is on. I put these glasses on to take a little TikTok OOTD video. My hairline looks less than stellar. I put these glasses on because I thought it would be cute for the TikTok video. It's the end of the day and my makeup is wearing off, so I thought it would be cute to put these on. And I do think they kind of work with the outfit, so. Big bummer, I should have worn these all day. I can't look exactly at the camera though because you'll see that I have my phone stuck to the door. And that's not a very cute look, so let's get a snack. So I just got back in snacks. Crack open a cold one. Strawberry lemon poppy. Cheers. On long shoot days, I'll bring all my chargers and stuff with me just in case something happens. And my batteries get close to dying, which did occur today, but luckily I think ahead because I have been around the block with this whole camera battery situation in a time or two. And then I have to edit the podcast because it comes out tomorrow. All my posts for the week are scheduled through tomorrow. So tomorrow is my work from home day. I can catch up and get things done. It's not gonna be a very exciting day to vlog, but I'm gonna do it anyways because that's my life. This is my normal vlog camera, but it is almost dead because I also used it in shoots today. So that's why we're switching to the phone. If you notice why there's a quality difference between all my different clips, it's because sometimes I use this, which is Nikon Z30 with a microphone attached to it. So obviously this is the best quality, but this is like a larger rig. This is my Sony a5100. It's also like my little digital point and shoot camera. So sometimes I film on this one, which is really handy like in the gym when I don't want to have my music stop, but I also want to film something. This is like a lot more innocuous than this guy. And then of course the other option is my iPhone, which works fantastic. And honestly, I don't really need either of these, but since I already use them for my job, sometimes it's nice to switch it up. So between my phone and these two things, I'm filming something. Once I get settled back into my office, I will take my SD card from the day, from whichever device I used, pop it into my little adapter, pop that into my computer, and put all my footage onto my device. So usually from here, what I would do is transfer everything over. I'll go through all my notes for the day. So I only had one meeting today, so it wasn't actually that bad, but I hate to save things since my days are usually broken up between my in-office days and my out-of-office days where I'm shooting with clients. Then I don't want to have anything get lost in translation. So usually after I have a long day of shooting like today, then I'll go through and transcribe any like things that clients said to me or notes or things that I have that I filmed that I know I want to edit a certain way, because I'll have a shot list and be pretty organized with the way that I conduct my shoots. But a lot of times, again, there are things that pop up last minute, like while we're shooting, we'll get an idea and want to film something, or I'll have a note or an idea in my head of what I want to do with it. So I don't want that to be like in my brain and then gone by the time I go to edit. So when I first get home, even if I'm not planning on doing a ton of extra work today, which I'm not today, then I will go through and like make notes for myself tomorrow. Because tomorrow my whole goal will be to like sit in this exact spot and edit and do a bunch of things and like make what I shot today into something that's postable. So when I record the podcast, I really try and do as few cuts as possible, which is difficult because whenever I'm recording by myself, I just am recording by myself. So it's also self-produced. So a lot of things that I struggle with whilst recording are things like don't look at the screen too much, because I always screencast what I'm recording. I record on my camera and on my phone, so I have two different options just in case one falls away, which has happened before. So now, because I'm paranoid, I record twice, and then I sometimes will merge the files. Sometimes I just use one of them just to minimize editing time. But I will look at the screen when I'm screencasting to make sure that I'm still like focused and that everything is still recording. And then I also will check down at my laptop for A, for my notes, and then B, to make sure that the audio is still recording. So my eyes are doing this the whole time I'm recording, and then I have to remember to like look at the camera as well. So it's a little challenging, especially whenever I'm trying to also have a coherent thought and like get my idea across. And I tend to not check all of the things and just focus on my thoughts, and that makes me paranoid that I missed out on like something technologically. So editing is fairly simple whenever I'm doing this, because I usually will only use one camera angle. So I just add my angle, fade that in. If I had any points that I wanted to cut, which I don't today, then I would cut those and then fade them together, and then add the outro, add the jingle and fade that one out, and then export everything. Then in like an hour, whenever it's all done, then I can go and upload it. So that's what we're doing right now. It's been a run / bike ride. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Let's do it.
How far should we go?
At least 3.
I'm going for
4 if we're feeling extra saucy.
I'm gonna say 3 is the goal. 4 would be lofty, but we'll see.
3 and with 4 as a bonus.
You're probably gonna go way past me, do more, come back, lap me, go back around again, and I'm still gonna be working my 3 to 4. So.
I am on a bike though. So
should be good. That's
expected.
true. That's true. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, Dad.
Sissy, there we go.
Okay, we got the run done. It was an even 3 miles. I was not feeling better than expected, but I think that a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that yesterday was leg day and my hands are feeling it. Yeah, it was a good run. And I came out of the gate too excited. I was feeling good. I had a handful of candy before I went. That was my downfall. And they got me too excited. They got me arrogant. They got me thinking I could come out at a 9:20 pace and keep that going the whole time. I did, but I could not do more than the original 3 miles. So it was good. Had Dad doing circles so I wouldn't get nabbed the whole time. Always appreciate that. Can't be too careful in today's world. So I kind of feel like I need to work out again because the run was good, but is only like 30 minutes of exercise, and I don't think I'm adequately like drained from the day. I need to just exert myself to the point that I have to sleep tonight. So I'm gonna go in, maybe refill my water, go to the gym. Hello again. I look about 18 different types of crusty. You can like see the dirt on my face from the trail run. I don't know how it even gets to your face, but something about the salt from your sweat combined with the stuff that I'm kicking up because you know I'm going so fast. Got our 3 miles in, got some time on the Stairmaster. Was it worth going to the gym just for that? Yes. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if my workout's not like adequately exhausting, then it doesn't give me the mental benefits that I work out in the first place for. So I have to go do a little bit more. Plus, I just like the Stairmaster. The gym was quiet tonight. Did some abs, did some stretching, which I probably wouldn't have done if I just came home because I'm not a good runner in that regard. But all this nastiness off my face, shower, and probably finish doing some editing and little stuff and wait for my husband to come home from war, aka the golf course. So I'm back. As predicted, the doctor's appointment was not very fun, but that is exactly why I prepared with an extra large coffee. I'm back home, got to make myself a late lunch, and then get to work. I forgot that my amazing husband made tuna salad last night, so that's what I'm going to be indulging myself in. Sourdough. I'm not a huge lunch person, but I am trying to get better because my lifestyle used to be very big on the caffeine until about 4 p.m. Then hit the gym, feeling just icy, amazing, sharp. Turns out I was just very hungry and didn't know it, but ride the caffeine wave until I get back from the gym, ride the endorphins until I get home, and then have a big dinner, which would make me tired for bed. So that was what worked for a long time, but now I'm trying to prevent that inevitable caffeine crash and have like at least a little bit of lunch during the day. So that's one of my mini lofty aspirations for this year. It's September, and I feel like I'm finally getting on the train for it. So lunch reveal. What a delightful day. I know this is like a super boring lunch. This is like something that my mom would make me consume to get vitamins, but that's honestly the philosophy I try and have as a grown-up, because I feel like my previous diet of Nurse clusters and triple espressos was not serving me that well. So cheers. Because usually whenever I do my daily TikTok scroll, I have to limit TikTok to being synonymous with other activities like waiting in traffic, when the car is not moving, eating lunch, things like that. So this is my TikTok scrolling time, if you would not mind to give me a moment. I'm responsible for my own algorithm. Giving me privacy for my lunch break. Now we're going to go open my office. Whoever closed last night did not do a very good job. Let's get this bad boy set up. Okay. Okay, now you can come in. Come on, let's do the actual little office tour. Hang on. This is my office. It's kind of like a little man cave if a man cave belonged to a 25-year-old girl. So over here, we've got my comic book wall. These are all prints that I made from my favorite moments in pop culture / nerd history. This is my favorite movie. This is from Now You See Me. You know, we've got my comic book collections and my favorites just displayed up here on the wall. This is my business name. Very creative, I know. Here's all my stuff. This is where the magic happens, kind of. My Spider-Man poster that is supposed to be me, by the way, with Spider-Man. All my belongings, my bookshelf that's going to collapse under the weight of all of the books that I have that I haven't shelved. So I'm thinking of mounting some shelves up here, but I haven't done that yet. So for now, they just sit here. Yeah, that's my space. Here's what I see when I'm working. My books, my award to remind myself that I've done something in my life. Behind that door is a record collection. There we go. Sometimes I can see those whenever I'm working, but you know, sometimes keep the doors open so I can see the beautiful scenery outside. That's my office. Let's see what we've got going on for us here at the desk. Usually whenever I'm working, sorry guys, I'm new to this, okay? So usually whenever I'm working, I will have my iPad, playing some kind of YouTube, set up in this little thing. I'll have it sitting much like that, so I can only half pay attention to the tasks at hand. Sorry, I just accidentally knocked Dwight Schrute off of the counter. Let me retrieve him. He's saved. Don't worry, he's been returned home. So, when I'm not knocking things off of my desk, actually, let me show you what I have going on over here. Besides all my charging devices. Here I've got a beautiful little bookmark that my friend made me, my pen collection, a candle, an H, a Dwight and a Michael. H is for Hannah, in case you didn't know. And then if you look really closely, you can see that we've got Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes, always looking out for me. When I'm having a bad day, I remind myself that Steve and Bucky have my back. Yeah, that's what I have going on. Here are my glasses that I wear whenever I don't have makeup on and I'm doing a Zoom call, and I want everyone to know that I'm very studious and official. So they're very transformative. So, like I was saying, the iPad would typically go over here so I can watch my YouTube videos, but now at this point in the day, what I try and do is get as much work done as I can before I have some kind of a brain crash. And that typically happens, sorry, it's happening to me right now apparently. I've had kind of a weird day, but typically I'm gonna try and get through as much work as I can. I'm way more productive in the mornings than I am in the afternoons. So on days like today, whenever I have things in the morning that require me to be out, and I come home and have to zone back into my work life from my being out and socializing, even if socializing is for work, then I always have a really hard time transitioning between the two. So I'm gonna try and get these things done, get as far as I can into them, and then possibly rally and go to the gym. About 2 hours later, you know I'm struggling to focus whenever I have to switch to ambient YouTube videos because I physically can't restrain from watching the YouTubers that I had on. So we're rocking with warm and cozy 4K coffee shop, smooth piano jazz music, and that has set the tone for me beautifully. Kind of wrapping up some loose ends, checking some emails, and then I'm going to switch gears and get ready for the gym. So, howdy. I don't know why I said that. Just got to the gym after several excruciating hours of doing what I'm actually paid to do and trying to stay on task. As predicted, after eating lunch like a normal person, I experienced a deep-seated desire to take a nap that was almost irresistible. So I'm drinking this little energy drink. Delicious. It's all natural. It's not the Alani or the espresso that I wanted to have, so hopefully this will keep me up no later than midnight, which is my usual go to sleep time. So today's game plan is to have a nice, productive, yet absolutely mind-bending leg day. The only problem with that is that I went a little bit hard yesterday doing upper body and core, and then going for a 4-mile run due to the deep-seated and excruciating emotional pain I was feeling. So I'm not feeling my best today, and going into a leg day on the first working day of the week when you're not feeling your best is really a recipe for pain. But what's life without a little suffering? Much better is what it would actually be. But that's not where we're at, so let's get this, I guess. Hi, do you guys mind if I say something that literally everybody knows? Well, I feel much better after working out, which is something that always happens, and I know this to be a fact, which is why I drag myself to the gym, even whenever I really don't feel like it. But I don't know, leg day is just like particularly difficult to motivate myself for. So today I really had to dig deep into my surplus of things to be mad about. That usually gets me something to fuel me through the workout, and today it did. Today I hit more of glutes and hamstrings just because my calves and quads have been pretty sore just from running and doing stairs, which are my outdoor workouts of choice. And since it's been nicer outside lately, that's what I've been opting to do. So we just hit the other 2 groups of leg muscles that I haven't been testing. So love to be resourceful. It's feeling very gloomy and spooky outside, which is actually really jiving with where I want to be at. There's nothing worse, actually. There's quite a few things worse. There's nothing that I get bothered by in a medium sense, quite like when the weather doesn't match my mood. And by that I mean, like, if I'm in a mellow mood like today and I'm just feeling kind of like ho-hum, melancholy, and the weather is bright and sunny, I feel so unseen by the universe. On the contrary, if I'm in a great mood and I'm just ready to conquer the universe, I'm like the human embodiment of vitamin D, and then it's gloomy outside. It just feels like something was lost in translation. So days like today, when I'm feeling melancholy and like medium even keel, not bad, just I think we all need to feel melancholy sometimes. Like if I were a sim, I would be at like that verge between whenever your mood bar goes from green to yellow. Like I'm in the middle right now. Like I'm not bad, I'm still good, but like chill. Like I'm in, you know, you get it. But the weather matches perfectly, which is instant mood boost in a way. I hope that makes sense to everyone. It's almost like whenever you're sad, you just want to listen to sad music. Maybe that's just me, but it just all needs to be cohesive. Whatever we're feeling for the day, it needs to be cohesive. So the workout was great. I did some fun little mobility stuff at the end of it because I always like to end the workout with a challenge or like something fun. The gym is like an adult playground if you allow it to be. I don't ever want it to be a place where I go and dread. So to keep it fun, one, I don't force myself to go if I really don't feel it. Like today was one of those days that mentally I wasn't feeling it, but physically I knew I could go. So whenever I say that you should just get yourself in gear and go to the gym, I mean like if you're having a not motivated day, not if you're actually in pain or hurting or like sick or something like that. This is not a grind channel. We grind a medium amount here and no more. So only the required amount of grinding. Good morning. Let's make some coffee. Which mug should I choose? This could really use some organization. I have my coffee now. Spider-Man mug to fit the Spider-Man sweatshirt. Let's dive right in. Delicious. So, my work from home days are usually way more chill, obviously, than my going out days. So, today, my agenda looks a little different than I anticipated because I have to go to the Verizon store. Last night, I randomly noticed my SIM card wasn't working. I don't know if you can see at the top, it says SOS. And it keeps saying invalid SIM. So I spent a delightful 40 minutes chatting with Apple support last night, only for them to say that I need to go to the Verizon store. So that's what I'm gonna go do, is go to the Verizon store and see what they can tell me about my SIM card not working, because I'm not receiving text from many people, which could be inconvenient in my line of work. So what I'm gonna do is try and crank through as much work as I can right now, get some stuff done, edited. That's the game plan. I will check back when I have something else to say. Can I just get whatever you did last time? It was like caramel butterscotch something. It was amazing.
You want it hot?
Yes, please. I've been thinking about it for days. I gotta come back.
I'll get it right out.
Thank you so much. Right? Yes, please. There we go. I went to the Verizon store and they said that my SIM card had burnt out. I said my SIM card and I are alike in that way. Anyways, they said that it's an easy fix. I just had to sit there so they could like go. They had to bypass all of the verification things because obviously I wasn't receiving text. So they fixed SIM card, and now I'm going on about my day. I went to the bank, made a quick little deposit because I figured if I'm going out anyways, I might as well just take my various like mail to the bank and not do it on my phone. So, as you just heard me say, because I've had such a strenuous morning doing all of these tasks, I figured that I owed myself a coffee. So I got this coffee the other day whenever I was on my way to a doctor's appointment because I had to get a treat then as well. Are you seeing a trend? And Bree, the barista, always just knows what each person needs, what their soul is craving in the form of a caffeinated beverage. So she had made this delicious butterscotch caramel latte, and it was truly nectar of the gods. And I've been thinking about it ever since I had that drink. So needless to say, the first chance I have to justify going to get one, I do. Usually I try not to go out and get a coffee if I'm working from home because that defeats the purpose. Also, I have my expensive Nespresso pods and everything else, so I think that I need to drink those at home. But unfortunately today, I made that delicious latte and then I took a sip of it and it was like a little funky, the creamer, and it had expired 4 days ago. So I had to pour that whole thing out. That's a $2 Nespresso pod that was just down the drain, literally devastating. a crime of epic proportions. This has righted multiple wrongs in my day. I'm probably not going to film the whole day with me working because it's really boring. So picture the exact same clip that I've done the past 2 days working in my office. It's going to be the exact same situation, just with a different coffee and a different sweatshirt. It is 5:42 p.m. and I am not quite done with everything that I wanted to do, but I'm done mentally. Also, if I want to get a workout in, I have to go like now, otherwise I'm not going to have time. If I want to get my workout in, it's just time to call it a night. Today was very productive actually, and I'm happy with everything I got done, but with my little detour to Verizon and just, you know, things that pop up as you're working where you have to address them, then I didn't quite get everything done, but that's okay because a productive day is still a productive day. Would you guys judge me if I wore the same sweatpants that I've been working in all day to the gym? Don't answer that. It's just that I'm doing arms today. I don't have cardio since I did double cardio yesterday. And I'm freezing right now because I've been working in my house all day and it's like an ice box in here. So also it's just the gym. So if I go to the gym in the same hair that I slept in and the same sweats that I've been working in all day, I don't think I should be judged for that because I'm going to the gym. Let me get my act together and go because I'm wasting precious time. I think the people at my gym might genuinely think that I am two completely different women, because sometimes I come to the gym and I am fully made up, hair done, cute matching set. Usually if my hair and makeup are done, it's because I'm coming from a work day and I just don't have any to remove my makeup before going to the gym, knowing that I'm gonna shower as soon as I get home. So that is one iteration of me. And then there's days like today where I literally wouldn't have left my house if I didn't have to due to my SIM card malfunctioning. And it shows in my appearance. Days like today are so productive and so necessary, but also they fry my brain. Like sitting in front of a computer and working for that long and trying to like, I don't want to say that this job is like harder than an actual number-based or, it's not harder than any job, it just is challenging in its own way. But sitting in front of the computer and trying to be creative and like manufacture this ingenuity and new ideas and make things fun for each different industry that I work with all day can be kind of challenging. And ultimately, sitting and not moving is just as tiring as moving all day for some odd reason. So to rally myself to get up and go to the gym after sitting all day has never been easier than going to the gym after being out all day. For some reason, that I find easier. That probably didn't make any sense. Anywho, we're headed to the gym. Gonna crush an arm day, feel great. Maybe hit Aldi on the way home because we don't have any groceries for dinner. That makes dinner my responsibility. I'm both the hunter and the gatherer tonight. Let's get it. If I had any respect for myself, I wouldn't be filming right now. I would just go take a shower and pick back up tomorrow, but I really want to show you what I got from Aldi's. So first I'd like to say that sometimes I crave days with no makeup, no effort, just looking like I should hide in the comfort of my home. But then at the end of that day, it leaves me literally feeling like a crustacean, needing to put a full face of makeup on, a cute outfit, some lip gloss, just to feel like a human again. And that, I think, is the balance of girlhood. Let me show you what I got. First of all, Aldi is the store for impulse buying. So I got these pumpkin spice wafer rolls, and these are incredible. They're like the best little snack, and I'm taking a road trip this weekend, so I figured that I would try to save these for about 24 hours and then dig into them. They will not last the night. This is a prime because I've never had one, and I saw it and I was easily tempted, and I'm going to have it with dinner. So I'm all about experimentation here. For dinner, since I'm in charge, we're not doing gourmet, we're just doing edible. So I figured we would have deconstructed burgers, which basically means lazy burgers, but we've got some grass-fed beef patties. There's 8 of them because since we're not having like the full burger, I figured we'd want even more. I'll probably have like 4, probably 3. But it's basically just the burger patties, but with cheese. There goes the bag. With cheese, we got provolone and pepper jack. Then we have some spicy pickles because obviously you have to have pickles if you're gonna have burgers. Then some sweet tomatoes, again, obviously. And then we still have carrots from from a previous meal, so this is what we're having. And it's not that I have anything against the bun, but I feel like if I can have more protein than carbs, I probably should, because my diet is 98% carbs. And this is just easier to eat because I can eat it with a fork and not with my nasty, grubby little fingers. So that was my Aldi's haul. Now I'm going to go make myself look not even more presentable, just I'm gonna go clean myself up. Hello. It is not only the next day, but the following week, and I'm editing and realizing that I filmed way too much, so I'm going to break up the weekly vlog with a separate Friday only vlog. Crucial, groundbreaking information, but I just yap way too much. And this video is already at 35 minutes and I haven't added the last day's worth of footage in. So with that being said, I don't have an outro, so this is going to serve as such. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in my little boredom experiment. I may or may not continue to post these. I will at least do one more because I already filmed it. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you did not enjoy it, I am not accepting negative feedback at this time. I will let you know if that changes. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.